Dear friends and colleagues, it is a great pleasure that I announce the launch of SIOP Europe's update of our strategic plan. 6 years ago, SIOP Europe and the European Paediatric Haematology and Oncology community launched a long-term, sustainable strategic plan. The plan was a consensus document that defined the principal challenges faced by the paediatric and adolescent cancer community in Europe. It set out 7 key objectives focused on the greatest areas of need and highlighted the importance of collaboration in specific areas, for example, in clinical trials and in drug development. And it defined the development of dedicated platforms, programs, and partnerships. We have now reviewed our progress against these objectives. We have looked at what we have achieved and, importantly, what we have not achieved, and have reviewed the current priorities for our community. We are extremely proud to now publish and share with you today the strategic plan update, and this includes a report on our progress to date and the details of refreshed objectives and aspirations for the next 5 years from 2021 to 2026. Overall, substantial progress was made against the SIOP Europe strategic plan objectives, particularly in the area of oncopolicy, which culminated in 2021 with highly visible recognition of the needs of children and adolescents with cancer in the European Beating Cancer Plan and other EU initiatives. There were significant steps forward encompassed in many collaborative initiatives, notably in Accelerate for drug development for childhood cancer, in the ERN PEDCAN, addressing inequalities in Europe, in Quartet, addressing the needs for radiotherapy in our patients, and within the Joint Action for Rare Cancers. In 2019, we also launched the first SIOP Europe annual meeting in partnership with the CCI Europe Annual Conference, and this provided a forum for knowledge exchange and for multidisciplinary networking. We continued this as a virtual format in 2021, and in 2022, we will go back to a face-to-face format in Valencia. We also launched several SIOP Europe working groups, including the Young SIOP working group, bringing together our young investigators throughout Europe. There was also the launch of the radiotherapy working group, defining important guidelines and standards for radiotherapy treatment in Europe. And importantly, we launched the host genome working group, addressing the crucial question of the causes of childhood cancer. Our principal aim over the next 5 years is to address inequalities for children and young people with cancer across Europe throughout their cancer journey, from diagnosis through treatment, through follow-up, and for some patients through palliative care. To achieve this, the 7 objectives identified in 2015 and 2021 are still valid, but have been restructured and updated to align with the current and evolving clinical and research infrastructures for childhood and adolescent cancers. And we have reset the deliverables for the next 5 years. We have added an additional objective to develop the infrastructure to implement big data and artificial intelligence research and innovation for the benefit of children and young people with cancer. In this updated strategic plan, you will find not only the summary of all the achievements to date, but the plans for the future and an overview of our current cross-tumor platforms, the oncopolicy programme, and the education and training programme. This document has been beautifully illustrated by pictures provided by members of our community. SIOP Europe, working together with the whole European Paediatric Oncology community, remains committed to deliver our ultimate goal of 0 deaths and 0 long-term complications for children and teenagers with cancer. The strategic plan update is now available in electronic format on the SIOP Europe website and will be sent to all members of SIOP Europe. We invite you to read it, to engage in our projects and activities, and provide feedback from your countries and from your communities. Together, we must raise awareness not only of what we have achieved to date, but importantly, the remaining difficulties and challenges that are faced by paediatric and adolescent oncology throughout Europe. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who has contributed to our achievements to date and has supported the creation of this updated strategic plan. And in particular, I would like to thank all the members of the SIOP Europe board. We are extremely grateful to all our partners, especially CCI Europe and PanCare, representing the views of parents, patients, and childhood cancer survivors. I am enthusiastic to engage with you and with our community in the delivery of these refreshed strategic objectives. Together with our members, community and partners, we are all striving for a better future for children and young people with cancer. Thank you.